All right, we're going to look at the metric system today, how to convert between it, how to use it. So whenever we're looking at the metric system, I'm just going to say we're doing metric to metric conversions. We're going to look at metric to other measurement systems like the one we use here in the US on another video. So this one is talking about metric to metric conversions. So here's a couple things to help you when you do these problems. One, think about this little picture. Prefix, base, prefix. Now you'll notice that if I'm at the base, I can go to a prefix, or if I'm at the base, I can go to another prefix. But I can't go from a prefix straight to another prefix. If I want to do that, I have to go from prefix to base to prefix. Okay? The other thing to remember is the one goes with the prefix. This is going to be helpful for you when you start doing the dimensional analysis. All right. So the first thing we want to do is, why do we have these prefixes? What are they good for? Well, think about it this way. When you drove to school today, or rode the bus to school today, would you measure your distance in inches? Probably not. You'd measure it in miles. Why would you use miles? Because you're going to get a smaller number, a more reasonable number for you to remember and work with. So let's take the national debt, for instance. At the instant I looked, it was this. It is continually rising. So what prefix would work best for me here? So how I figure out which prefix will work best is I choose a prefix based on the idea that I want a number between 1 and 999. And so I first go, okay, if I want to get a number between 1 and 999, I'm going to start by putting this in a type of scientific notation. So prefixes, I'm going to get a number times 10 to the third. This would be if I wanted to use the kiloprefix. Well, if you can imagine, if I did this 1 times 10 to the, or if I did this in a times 10 to the third, I would just get my decimal place here. That number is not between 1 and 999. So I go, okay, let's try something different. Let's try to the sixth. Okay, that would be a decimal place here. That number is not between 1 and 999. And I keep trying this, and I go, well, where would it be? So 3, 6, 9, 12. So I'm going to use 1 times 10 to the 12th, and I'll get something like 20.2. I'm just going to round it there. So I have 20.2 times 10 to the 12th dollars. Now this right here is where the prefix comes in. And so you look on your prefix chart. We have one on our equation sheet listed right here. And the prefix for 10 to the 12th, and you'll notice that I went by 3, 6, 9. That's because those are where the prefixes are. And 10 to the 12th is tera. So I end up with 20.2 teradollars. Which actually doesn't sound too bad if you say, hey, I'd just like to increase the national debt from 20.2 to 20.4 teradollars. That's all. Just a couple tenths of a teradollar. No, nothing big. Okay. When in reality, that would be $200 billion that you wanted to increase the debt by. All right, let's look at some other ones. So this is how we decide which prefix works best. We kind of trial and error, but we want to land a number between 1 and 999. So let's see what happens when we want to convert. So a popular one we get is I maybe have 32 centimeters, and I want to change it into meters. Okay. So if I want to do this, can I go from something that has a prefix to something that's just the base? Yes, I can. I can make that conversion. And so how we do it is we start with the 32 centimeters, and because we want to get rid of centimeters, we're going to put it on the bottom. And we want to go to meters, so we'll put it on top. The reason we want to put centimeters on the bottom is if I have centimeters on top and centimeters on the bottom, they will cancel. Okay? Now here's where this little saying comes in. The 1 goes with the prefix. So which one of these has the prefix? The one with the centi. Centi is the prefix. The top and the bottom have to mean the same thing because I don't want to change the number. I want to change the unit. So I essentially want to multiply by 1. Because if I multiply by 1, I'm going to get the same thing. So top and bottom have to mean the same thing. So both of them have meters, but this one is a C. So this one needs something that's equivalent to a C. So what you can do is you can look on your chart, find centi, or the C, and see that it's 10 to the negative 2. And then I plug this in my calculator. You'll see the centimeters cancel out, so I'm left with meters. And I end up with 0.32 meters. Now, for those of you that want to be a little quicker at this, let's do another one for you. Let's say I have 32 cents. And I say, can you convert 32 cents to dollars? And you say, yeah, I can. That's $0.32. Well, guess what? If you can convert cents to dollars, or dollars to cents, you can convert centimeters to meters and meters to centimeters. It's the same idea. 32 centimeters is 0.32 meters, just the same as 32 cents is $0.32. All right, let's try one more. And this one we're going to go from one prefix to another. So my car has a mass of 1,200 kilograms, but I want to put it in megagrams because that sounds better. So how do I do this? All right, so I start out with my 1,200 kilograms, and I want to get rid of kilograms. But I can't go straight from kilograms to megagrams because this says I can only go prefix to base, then prefix. So I have to go to the base unit. So the base unit on these, the one in common, is grams. So I have to first go to grams. Once at grams, then I can get rid of grams and go to megagrams. And again, the 1 goes with the prefix. So I put the 1 next to each of the prefixes. The top and bottom have to mean the same thing. So this one is kilo, so I can look up what kilo meant, 10 to the 3rd. This one is mega, so 10 to the 6th. And then I can plug that in my calculator and find out that I get 1.2 megagrams.